This is my story. It is my story of when the war came to Denmark in 1940, the Second World War. I can't give you the picture of what happened, just what I saw and what people told me. There are hundreds of personal stories from that time, but this is not one in which all the Germans were bad and all Danes were good. It didn't work that way. There was just some good people and some bad people, and it wasn't always easy to tell the difference. I often think of Thomas sitting on the throne at the moment the Germans invaded. I wish I had remembered to tell Mama. I'm sure it would have pleased her. Mama lived and breathed drama. As far as she was concerned, there was an appropriate part of what she called livskunst, the art of living. Mr. Shakespeare once said that all the world's a stage, but I think even he would have been amazed at how much Mama believed it to be true. To be honest, Mama's insistence that there was an outfit for every event was not always easy for the family. Parents' evenings at my school, for example, could be a nightmare. If she thought I was doing well, she would arrive dressed in gold sequins to draw attention to herself as the mother of a brilliant boy. If I did badly, she came in rags and old shoes like a poor beggar woman with no money to provide her boy with even a pencil. Who could blame her if he wasn't top of the class? Sometimes it tried my father's patience. For goodness sake, Marie, you must give the boy some sense of the real world as well. You can't keep pretending everything is a performance. You're his mother. Have you no proper advice for him to help him along his way? My mother looked at my father and shook her head in disgust. Of course I had advice for him, Peter, she replied in a soft, low voice that could nonetheless be heard in Sweden. She put her hands out and held my chin so I looked straight into her face. Bamsey, darling, if you ever asked to do Shakespeare in the theatre, then always play a king or queen. Royalty always get a chair and never carry props. As far as I remember, it's the only guidance in life that my mother gave me, yet I learned so much from her. If Mama was alive and saw the party, then my father was the one who paid the piper. He was a small gentleman. He was handsome, but he had, as Mama used to say, a face fit for a coin. From one side he was perfect, but on the other a great red stain spread from his forehead to his chin. It was so someone had poured a glass of dark red liquid over that side of his face, and it had stained it forever. I never really noticed it. It's only when I look at old photographs that I remember the mark was there at all. But I know Father thought about it. All his adult life he looked at my mother in wonder, amazed that someone so beautiful should have married him. The swan and the ugly duckling, he would have laughed when they hugged, which they did often. Papa was a wonderful painter. If my mother could play Ibsen better than anyone in the whole of Scandinavia, he could paint something so real that you wanted to reach out and grab it. He did the sets at the theatre for extra money. He painted people's portraits and cartoons for the newspapers. I didn't know it then, but her acting and his brushes were to save our lives. I don't think my parents knew anything about the war before it came. I probably didn't know anything about anything. It was cold that winter, bitter cold, and by the time April came, there was still a thick frost in the air. No one thought anything about the great Russian ship steaming right past the Danish security forces to dock at Langley Pier in the heart of Copenhagen. Everyone presumed that the ships brought coal. They always brought coal. We needed coal. Like I said, it was cold. The freighters sailed right into the heart of Amalienborg, the palace where the king lived. But they did not bring coal. The boats were like a modern Trojan horse. You know, the one with all the Greek soldiers in. Only these were full of German troops,